Ah, got here. Usually I wait about 30 minutes for the number 3 to come when I get to this bus stop. But the number 3 was making a right, so I was a little bit early and missed it. I would have got home just a tad bit early. It would have been nice. It really would have. Oh, I forgot. It muffles when I put it. See this? Oh, I hate this. Okay, hold on. Okay. See, I found a good place where it won't shake is when I hold it like this. It doesn't shake as much. But it covers up the microphone when I hold it like that. And then my sound, in my last vlog, I just uploaded it and it's made public today. The sound quality was very muffled, and so it was like, it sounded just like this, like it does now. And it doesn't sound good, of course. You can barely hear what I'm saying, so you're missing all the S and the T's and the C's and B's, you know, all the little ticks and nixes that makes sound very clear. And so that kind of sucks. I was very disappointed in how that last vlog turned out and how the sound quality was on it. Today, I mean, wow, it was cold this morning. It was very chilly. It was pretty much chilly all day, but tonight I'm wearing just a sweater. Seriously, I'm only wearing a sweater. It is not cold at all. My jacket's in my backpack. It's still chilly, but it's not chilly. Okay, there's a difference between chilly and chilly. Okay, it's not bad at all. And I guess so there I go with the again. Agains. Agains is not a word, I know. And there is the word and long and as I try to get my thoughts together. In the next few days, we're going to be experiencing some pretty decent weather. High 70s in the mornings, actually it's going to be in the high 60s in the morning and low 70s in the afternoon, which is pretty decent. I'd rather have that than it be 41 degrees like it was the other day. That was too cold. I'm sorry. I don't like it that cold. People are like, oh yeah, this is nice. It's cold. Oh yeah. I'm like, when they move your ass back to Montana. Shit. I don't want to experience it. I'm in the Southwest for a reason. I like it cold. What I need to do is move my ass back to California, but damn, it's expensive out there. It is. The only reason I'm not living in California is because it's expensive. I'm not scared of earthquakes. It's expensive. It's very costly. It costs a lot of money to live there. You have to be a king to live there. Seriously. I mean, you really have to have a really good job, or else you'll be living in poverty. And so, that's why I'm not living in California. I would love to be in California because California has 5 major theme parks within a 30-mile radius. The reason why I say 30, because Magic Mountain, Six Flags Magic Mountain is only like 20 miles. Disneyland is within 10 miles. Knott's Berry Farm is within 10 miles. Universal Studios is in the smack dab in the middle of LA, almost. It's like north of Hollywood, south of North Hollywood, in between North Hollywood and Hollywood, right next to Studio City. And should I continue? Okay, no? Okay. And then SeaWorld is like about 30 miles away because it's in San Diego. So within, a 20-mile radius, you got 4 major theme parks. Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios, and Six Flags Magic Mountain. I miss that. I really do. 3 of those are accessible by way of bus and train. One of them is accessible by driving. Magic Mountain is like up in the mountain somewhere, and yes, you can probably get there on train, but it's a little bit harder. And then if you had a car, of course, you can get there, just about it very easily. I mean, it was awesome. Then they had, a really awesome transportation system. Not as good as New York and Chicago, of course. But LA does have a really decent transportation system, and they're expanding like a couple of lines, like 1 or 2 lines every 3 or 4 years. So every 3 or 4 years to open a new line, they're doing something extra. And they're still building, even today. So they're expanding. Hollywood is in LA. The wonderful, awesome restaurants and shopping and tourism. Everything that I'm used to, basically. Because I was born and raised there, so that's why I miss California. But it is expensive to live there. Just like it's expensive to live in Chicago. When we were in Chicago a couple of years ago, my God, it was expensive. Right next door is poor-ass Indiana. And it was cheap. But do I want to live in Indiana? Oh, hell the hell no. Do I want to live where Martin Luther King grew up? Hell no. I ain't going to be in... I ain't. Okay, I'll say it like that. I ain't going to be living in Indiana. Fuck the hell that. You can kiss my ass on that shit. Indiana, I won't be caught dead in it, and that's why we got out of Chicago, because we couldn't be caught dead in Chicago. Well, that. I mean, I could be caught dead in Austin, Texas, but it'll be 150 years from now. Yeah, I plan to live 150 years. I think at that point I'll be like, all right, it's time to go. I'm 40 years old now. I'm like 10 years from being 50. I'm going to live to see 140 years old before I decide to kick the bucket. And it's going to be just like this. I'm predicting that I'm just going to wake up one day and be like, God damn, world, I've seen you for 140 years. This is 140 years. Wow. That's a long time, but Mother Earth, it's time for me to go. I'm just go ahead and check out right now. Just bam, check out. Forget the whole damn thing. Peace out. That's not my bus. It's the rail connector. Yeah. Anyway. The rail connector. Ooh. It doesn't really go anywhere, but it's called the rail connector. It's called a rail connector. Connector. Rail connector. Anyway. Oh, man. Have you seen that commercial on TV? It said, girl beatboxing. But you don't see her at first. You don't really see her. In fact, you don't see her at all. All you see is just a bunch of things happening on the screen. And it's like, and it's a Google tablet. It's one of the Android tablets. I don't remember which one. I think it could be the Nexus, who knows, or the Note. And it's a bunch of, things happening, but the action that's happening on the screen is going with the beatbox. And then it shows this home chick going, boom, 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 boom. I mean, she's turning this shit up. I'm like, it's not a black girl either. No, not a black girl. The bitch is white. I'm like, I mean, she was like, I mean, she was tearing it up. I'm sorry. She was fucking it up better than I could. I consider myself a decent beatboxer, but nah, she was a pro. She is pro. Pro bitch. She was tearing that shit up. I was like, God damn. And I think they probably picked her up for YouTube. I really think so. I really think they picked her out of YouTube. She probably has a bunch of YouTube videos of her beatboxing, and then she was called up by YouTube or Google actually. Google said, hey, we want you to do a commercial about our Nexus tablet or whatever the hell they're making. And she did it. She did a good job too. So she was going to town. You know? So I know a lot of these Apple. What is up with Apple? I mean, seriously, what is up with Apple? Really? They haven't really done anything. The only commercial I've seen so far is in the iPad 2 or 3 or 4, whatever the fuck it is, has beautiful retina display. Shut up, Tim Cook. You suck. Sorry. I mean, hey, I'm not an Apple fan, and I do use Google, so I guess I'm a Google user. I'm a Microsoft fan. I'm a Google user, and I'm not an Apple fan. But I'm sorry, Steve Jobs did the damn thing. I have to admit that. He ran that company and brought that company up when Wozniak couldn't do it himself. Wozniak is not, I said Wozniak. The Woz himself, right? The Woz. Not the Wizard of Oz. Okay? Not to be confused with that. Because Wozniak is not the Wizard of Oz. Okay? I just want to make sure you guys know that. He is not the wizard. Okay? No, is he the Wiz? He's definitely not the Wiz. He's definitely not Richard Pryor. Okay? Okay? Now, the Oz. The Woz. Okay? The Woz, the man. You know, he's the man, right? You know, he is the man. Now, he helped build my Apple. Okay? He helped build Apple. But I'm telling you, Steve Jobs was the one that brought Apple to where it's at now, even being a company above Microsoft. Apple is the richest company in the world, above Microsoft. And it's not just, there's just a couple of billions of dollars. No, there's several $1 billion above Microsoft. And it doesn't make any sense, really, because Microsoft is the leading company that has enterprise software. They are. You have to admit that. Every company has Microsoft Office, Microsoft Exchange, Microsoft SharePoint. There's only a few people that are on Google Apps. And the only reason why Microsoft went over to do cloud computing is because Google Apps was stealing some of their thunder. But Microsoft still leads in enterprise software. They do. Okay, and that's the only thing. And of course, Windows. Microsoft Office and Windows is what helped build Microsoft. And then of course all the other services that they offer. Google is nowhere near where Microsoft's at. That could change. I mean, who knows? Shit changes all the time. It does. And it could be a whole new startup that's developing right now in someone's garage that's going to blow everybody out. It's going to blow Google, it's going to blow Microsoft, and it's going to blow Apple off the map. It's going to be like, bam! And Google's be like, what the fuck just happened? And Microsoft's going to be like, oh, shit. Our ship has sunk. And Apple's going to be like, damn, sorry, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs will be rolling his fucking coffin. What the fuck are you guys doing? Our new startup is going to blow everybody up. And, and nothing lasts forever. That's what you have to remember. Nothing lasts forever. Just when you thought, Hostess, really? Hostess. It's a possibility that Hostess may go out of business. So what the hell is going to happen with Twinkies? God damn. Twinkies, man. Fat people's favorite snack food. Come on. Twinkies. Man, I mean, who wants to see that shit go? Here comes the double headlight bicycle that scared the shit out of me. I was like, is that a car on a sidewalk? Nah, it's a fucking bicycle with double headlights. I'll let that motherfucker go. Ugh. But man, I tell you, man, what's happening in technology? Man, we got two major players in the tech world leaving their respective companies. The iPhone designer, or the head of the iPhone development, gone. The head of Windows development, gone. I mean, he was with Microsoft for over 25 years, 23 years, I think it said. 23 years of working at Microsoft, and finally he's like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. And you know, and no one knows why. We can only speculate why the iPhone chief left and why the Windows chief left. Well, we can only speculate. And it was just a few months ago when they were demonstrating the Surface, and the Surface failed on them. And there's a lot of failed videos on YouTube talking about Microsoft Surface fail. About that, you know, it's you can tease Microsoft Surface all you want, but there are plenty of videos of Apple failing too when Steve Jobs was introducing certain Apple products and it failed live. Technology is not perfect, folks. It happens. There's a lot of is that a bug or freaking what the hell is that thing? Yeah, it's too dark to see it. There's a lot of reviews about Microsoft Surface and how it, you know, it's half and half. It's really interesting that when it comes to Surface and how people are reviewing it, it's 50% love it to death. They're like, oh, this is a bomb, man. But you know, and I noticed that half those people that love Microsoft Surface, I'm talking about half the people that love Microsoft Surface after buying it are Apple haters, okay? Like me. You know what I'm saying? They're Apple haters, okay? The other half of the people that love Microsoft Surface after buying it are just liking the Surface, and they're like, hey, they're pleased with it. They're like, this is cool shit. I love it. I'm loving it. Then you got the other half of the people that bought Microsoft Surface that are haters. And now there's 50 and 50 of that too. 50% of the people that did not like Microsoft Surface after buying it had issues with lag, is one of them, and not enough apps. And that's true. There is not enough apps as compared to what iPad and Android has. Okay, there's a crap load of apps available for iPad. iPad alone has over 250,000 apps. iPad supported apps. There's over 250,000 apps available for it. And that does not include the 700,000 apps that can run on iPhone that can also run on iPad. Amazing. And that is amazing. You have to admit that is amazing. Okay? I'm not an app person. On my phone right now, I probably have 10 apps. When I get a Windows Phone 8, I probably will have installed maybe 20 apps because the features that come with the phone already is what I like. But let's go back to Microsoft Surface really quick. 50% of the people that bought Microsoft Surface after buying it, okay, said they did not like Microsoft Surface because of the lag. There's a lot of lag, not enough apps. I'm sorry. Not enough apps. That's why I don't like some of them. Brought it back up and send it back to the company because, yeah. And then the other 50% of the people that don't like Microsoft Surface after they bought it stated that they didn't like it. Plain and simple. That's it. But the people who were experiencing lag, you know, it is Microsoft's first product, and I support Microsoft. You know that I'm a Microsoft fan all the way, 100%. I mean, I'll take it to the field goal and all that. And if money was of no object now, you know, I'll have a Surface right now. I will have a Lumia, Nokia Lumia 920. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they're experiencing problems with it. But the other 50% doesn't have any problems with it whatsoever. So what I'm guessing is that depending on the type of user you are and what services you are using on it, I think that the 50% of those people are the ones that are using features that work flawlessly. Probably. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because Microsoft has not released a report on what's happening with Microsoft Surface just yet. They haven't. There isn't anything about it. I'm at 20 minutes right now in this video, and it will cut me off at 30. Yeah, there isn't really anything that Microsoft has released as far as how well Microsoft Surface is selling and how well it's doing when it comes to returns. Okay? So, you know, if I have bought Surface, I will never return it because I know that updates will happen, and the second iteration of Microsoft Surface may be even better. But we'll see. I mean, you know, I really don't think Microsoft Surface has been field tested correctly because they kept it so secret for so many months, and it's like we didn't know nothing about Surface until it actually came out. And there's a lot of people out there who are actually waiting for the Surface Pro because they have a lot of legacy software that they need to run that may not be converted to Metro style for a while. And that's true. I haven't heard any word from Sony or Adobe about making their software Metro. And I'm going to continue to say Metro until I get used to saying modern. So there isn't really anything out there or any type of news or future announcements of Adobe and Sony producing software that's going to work in the Metro environment. So that's to be seen. I think that's my bus coming. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard for me to see around that corner there. And I'm sorry you're not really seeing anything. It is nighttime. And this is all you get, basically. All right, so since my bus is coming, it's coming around the corner. When she comes, when she comes. All right, yeah, that's my bus. All right, peace out, everybody. Hello. All right, how you doing?